I want this situation to be over, but I don't think it's gonna end. For those of you who don't know, I've been spending the last couple days in bed because I've been dealing with pneumonia and a couple other difficulties with that and like chest pain and back pain type stuff. I still can't take full breaths, as you may, hear throughout this. It's been really fucking rough dealing with that. I spent a couple days in the ER trying to figure out what everything was. But I get a text from some boys this morning that Scotty wants to pull my name out again. Wants to call me out by name on someone else's platform. Let's just watch what he says, and I just want to give you guys my simple reactions, what comes to my head. Because a lot of what he's saying is just categorically like false. Let's just roll the clips. I don't have much else to say. To give credit where credit's due, this is Zizak's show. He's on the left, Paintball Nerd. Shout out him. Worked with him and Dylan a couple times at NXL events. Love those guys. Think they're good parts helping out the sport and the community right now. All right, I guess we'll just jump into this. Let's let him go. Maybe I'll pause it, maybe I won't. Let's see what happens.
So I'm shooting back at Greenspan, and then he has his editor, this Mafia Moffat guy. I've had one conversation with him, right? I've had one conversation about how to record like video games. And then I start shooting at Greenspan, and he's like, "You're making things hard for the real professionals, Scott. Go get some mental help." I'm like, "Fuck you, dude. I don't fucking know you." And if
Moffat said that?
I swear to God, Moffat attacked my mental health. And that's fucking unacceptable.
So that's the first part where I think you're completely wrong, Scotty. I didn't attack your mental health. I actually wish that you go and get help. Because I think here's one of the craziest parts. We're more similar than you ever fucking will understand. The reason why I wanted you to go seek some type of therapy or actual professional mental help is because I was in a very fucking similar spot myself. There's been a lot of days that I've had to deal with depression, anxiety, yada, yada, yada. A lot of it stems from ADHD, which, I just have. That is what it is. Man, it fucking frustrates me so much that you angle this at like me trying to belittle you or trying to break you down for your mental health, when that's not what the fuck it was at all. It was genuinely wishing that you would go and get yourself the help that I think you needed at the time. And dude, you look fucking so much better now. Like, you seem to be in a way better place. So maybe, life events got better, some of this other stuff happened. But man, that really fucking bothers me. And the reason why is because I've taken moments out of my own podcast to talk about men's mental health. Because it is an important discussion to me, because I think it goes under the rug way more than people want to talk about. I think a lot of people that play this game of paintball probably have some dark voices in their heads. And the reason why we play it is because it makes those voices shut up. So 100%, that's why I do. Dude, there's so many times in my life that shit's been going wrong. Everything feels fucked, Life just sucks. And, that kind of cloud of those dark thoughts and horrible things starts to just stack up on you. The thing that always helped me was going out to a field, shooting some people. That's just the honest truth. Because, when you're in a gunfight down the tape, you don't get to fucking, you don't get to think about anything else. Because if you do, you're going to get hit. So everything in your brain, everything in you has got to be focused down that line, trying to hit the other dude. And that's probably one of the most beautiful parts of our game, is that it means so much to people that do, need an outlet or need a way to express some of those emotions and feelings. Like I said, we've talked about it on From the Sidelines before, but I also try not to make that my content, because I think that becomes selfish too at a certain extent. My job as a storyteller is to tell other people's stories, not just mine. Yeah, I have, my podcast where, I'll probably talk about my own life story a bit because, hey, it's my fucking show. I set it up. I run it with some of my best friends. But I think those best friends could also tell you that there's been times I've come into that show, I'm fucking feeling like shit. Those two boys have seen me fucking cry at times because there's been moments in my life that have been just so fucking painful and shitty. But then paintball is always the thing that helps me kind of get out of that emotion and, horrible kind of thing that I feel in. I think the other thing that I was getting frustrated with, and the reason why I said you're making it difficult for pro paintball media, is because you were releasing everyone's story before the story was able to be released. Now let's kind of clear this up a little bit. The Latin Saints thing, I knew about. I knew that Goldman was leaving Impact before, before a lot of the world does. I also, spend time out at Capitol Edge, and I'm, kind of around people who are around that camp. So yeah, that's information that I'll get somehow. I don't post it for the whole world to see, because that's not my story to tell. At the end of the day, once Saints or whoever in that position make their statement released, all right, cool. We can now talk about it, show it, give it some light. I think the other thing, and maybe the Goldman one I'm a little bit off about, but that just could be, I'm fucking sick as hell and ranting. But the other one I think was really big and really pissed me off was when you announced Dynasty leaving HK before it even happened. Dude, there is so many business things happening there that need to be able to be set and planned before you just blow up the story and all of paintball knows about it. I don't think that's good journalism. Just putting it out first so you can get the clicks, that's not good journalism. I'm gonna be 100% honest. That's not fair, and that's not critical as a journalist either. Because once it comes out, you're able to actually talk to people and see what the feedback is from it, include that in your news and your story. And this website probably isn't the best one to show it, but there are, there's this saying, and I think you don't understand this at all, but there's this saying that there's the 5 pillars of journalism, the 5 principles that you kind of want to go off of to actually have, reliable storytellers, people who are, getting information out there, and not trying to just, perpetuate whatever their own story is. First core, truth and accuracy. Like you said on the show, you're a rumor style channel. So, okay, I get that not everything you get is going to be right. And I'm not even hating you for that. I just think you got to put more time into actually making sure that the information you're putting out is correct. Because if it's not, then what the fuck? Independence, you definitely are. I gotta give you that, man. No one can buy you. 100%. That's, credit where credit's due. That's fair. Fairness and impartiality. I mean, obviously that's going to be one that, it's up for you to decide. But I will say, like, bro, you have the things you like and you have the things you don't. And I think it's just very, it's very pointed at times. Like, your statements on that show was Isaac talking about how, Planet Eclipse is going to break a deal because of you. Bro, Planet Eclipse does not care. Yeah, they're probably not going to work with you. They're not going to have you do content for them or anything of that sort. But Planet Eclipse really does not give a fuck whether you cover their deal or not. And if anything, it probably is going to piss them off when you release that info before it's ready to be released. Go back to my point about HK and JT with the San Diego Dynasty moving over. Humanity. Journalists should do no harm. What we publish or broadcast may be hurtful, but we should be aware of the impact of our words and images of the lives of others. I don't think you have any of this, bro. I think you care only about your story, only about getting the clicks, because, like you said in the show, you're living paycheck to paycheck, which again is funny to me because, bro, we're in the same fucking spot, man. Like, yeah, I have some nice equipment that I've invested into, but I'm not doing fucking much better. I'm out here grinding, trying to make this happen. When I'm not doing paintball content, I'm out working gig jobs, trying to make extra money. Like, this hasn't been easy for me either, but I think at the end of the day, you have to have that humanity to still give people that benefit of the doubt when you are publishing something under the term of being a journalist. If you're trying to be Will Ball for soup and trying to, get the word out there, you need to understand that if you make someone look bad, they probably don't want to work with you. And I think that's valid of someone. Why would you want to work with someone who has, done kind of somewhat of a character assassination of you before? And the other thing, accountability. And that pillar is big to me because I don't think you're very accountable. I think you kind of just do what you want to do, and then when it's done, all right, that happened. If it's something that was really bad or something that was really good, either way, you're just kind of like, all right, I'm out. I think at the end of the day, you have to be able to stand up to the words that you say. Let's go back to the video.
So if you're gonna shoot at me like that,
attack his mental health.
Scotty's
gonna get you.
That's something where I will, if I see him at an event, yeah, you're gonna get pressed. You will get pressed for that.
Please come assault me. I would love to file those charges.
What does that mean? Get pressed?
Confronted publicly, in person. So yeah, there's a physical deterrent. You can't fuck with me like that.
A physical deterrent, Scotty. Yeah? Are you gonna fight me, man? We're gonna sell this like fucking old school, man. Yeah, fucking get down. Bro, you weigh fucking 100 pounds more than me, bro. You would destroy me, and I'm giving you fair credit on that. Because, bro, I'm not good enough of a BJJ practitioner or anything like that to be able to make that weight advantage work out in my favor. So, yeah, you would destroy me. But what point does that prove? You're just pissed off? You're holding this on your chest because I attacked your mental health? You're just so misunderstood in the things that you're saying, and it becomes to a point where it becomes frustrating because you paint people in such bad light, and your fans, they believe it. They eat it up, hook, line, and sinker. And not all of it's real. But here's the thing, some of it is. And that's why I think Soup is kind of dangerous. Because some of his information is right. I'll fucking give him that. He gets great scoops, he gets great stories. That's, I have to be able to say that. But at the end of the day, when you claim everything is that great scoop and that great story, when it's not right, it causes damage. Damage that, like I was saying in the Pillars of Journalism, you don't have the accountability to stand up and say, that's my bad, that wasn't right, but this, that was the information I got, or, anything like that. Just frustrates me, bro.
Or I'll find you, dude. We'll talk about it. We'll chop it up, baby. We'll chop it up.
Picture and imagine, okay, there's this dude. His name's Ryan Mafia Moffat, and, he's got puka shells on. He's having a great time filming the event. And then all of a sudden, Scotty sees him and approaches him. What does that interaction look like?
Listen, motherfucker. You took a real cheap shot at me. You take a real fucking cheap shot at me. And I'm telling you, you didn't even word it right, you dumbass. He didn't even word it right. He's like, get some mental health. I think he wanted to say help, but I don't know, man.
He's not a shit talker. Moffat is not a shit talker.
He came for me on Greenspan's request. That's probably what happened.
Dude, that makes me laugh so fucking hard. The fact that Soup thinks I am good enough friends with Ryan Greenspan that he would text me and ask me to attack someone for him is maybe the most laughable part of this whole segment. Look, bro, I've worked with Ryan 100%. I'll say that. I've worked with Ryan Greenspan. I've mic'd him up on occasions. We've done content together. I haven't got a text from him in maybe months, and the last one he sent was referring to the WDP video. But other than that, I don't hear from this guy. He's got his own life going on. I mean, yeah, I'll, chat it up and spick and span all that stuff because I like staying, somewhat in the flow of information that's happening in paintball. That's why I listen to all the paintball podcasts. Shout out Play the Game, In the Pinch, Center 50. Like, you have to know what's going on. It is so funny to me, bro. That statement right there is so funny.
So, whatever, dude. Yes, he did.
I'm glad Zyzak knows it instantly.
Hey,
you think Ryan said, hey, Moffat, go talk to Scotty and tell him that. Tell him some shit.
Yeah, he did, because Greenspan's not going to stoop to that level.
He legitimately believes it. Right? That's the funny part.
So he told his editor, Moffat, hey, fucking take a shot at Scotty. Do whatever you want. And that's what he did.
Man.
Oh, God. Just so misinformed. And I think that shows the danger in Soup's content. He does have some correct information there. Yes, I worked with Ryan. I was, kind of a video editor for them at one point. Doesn't fucking mean that we have a relationship where he's going to ask me to attack someone. No. And again, he paints this as this attacking message. And I really have a bone to pick with that, bro. Because I think if anything, you're taking a super, a thing that was meant to say, hey, there's some I don't agree with what you do. And I'll say that right now. I don't agree with all the ways that you run your content. Should you be making content? Yeah, sure, bro. The mental side is so important on so many things. And I think the reason why, I know that is because I've been there at points too. And I know there's times I wanted to get on my story and say some shit and have some people, send me sympathy and be like, oh, I'm sorry for that, Ryan. But at the end of the day, who does that help? If anything, it just weakens my brand because now it makes it look like I'm trying to make it about me. It's not about me. It's about paintball. It's about showing these really fucking awesome players. My fucking lungs are killing me right now. But, I think this is an important part to make because Rebirth was made with zero funding, zero support. It was me with one camera, two lenses, a shotgun mic, and a couple lab mics. That was it. That was all I had to create an 8-episode documentary series. And I did it because that's what the fuck I do. I like telling stories. I don't like doing all this drama bullshit, all this YouTube clickbait bullshit. But here I am fucking having to do it because you're trying to assassinate my character on a pretty popular show in our industry. I don't get it, bro. I think honestly at this point, I would love to have a fucking conversation with you. I really would. Let's set something up so that way we can have, like, you know, whether it's fucking digital because it's the off season or whether it's at the next event. Let's set something up, bro. Because I'm tired of this bullshit. And if you decide you wanna physically deter me there, fine, bro. I'd go for it. But you know, I'm gonna be honest. There's one place in my life I feel kind of secure. It's at an NXL event because I've got my homies there. I've got dudes that would fucking jump into that fight right the fuck away. So it's like, what are we doing? Let's have a conversation. Like, you know, we're both over, or I don't know how old you are. I'm 25. I'm past the point of having petty fights for, you know, the sake of nothing. If you want to have a conversation and settle this as an adult, let's do that.